My dear friends, it's first day of the week. Let's start the week right away with giving tzedakah, and we should express our prayers for our dear brothers and sisters, particularly in Eretz Yisrael and all over the world, because kulona am echad, we're all one. There's no difference between a Jew in Eretz Yisrael and a Jew in anywhere else in the world. We're all one body, and we feel for each other. We pray for each other, we celebrate for each other, and in Mirza Hashem we will celebrate all together in the Beis Hamikdash with the revelation of Mashiach right now. One of the things, as we realize what's going to happen when the Beis Hamikdash is back, is we're going to have sacrifices. In fact, the Torah portions of these weeks is all about the sacrifices. And there's an interesting little observation, if I could put it this way. It says at the beginning of Parashat Tzav, where the Torah is talking about the burnt offering. There's all kinds of offerings. There's a burnt offering, there's a chatos, there's a shlomim. Not going to go and deal with the details here, but the oila is the kind of offering which is completely consumed, completely burned on the mizbeach, on the altar, the external altar. And the Torah says the following: Zois Torah oila. This is the law of the burnt offering. It is the burnt offering which burn on the altar the whole night until the morning. And the altar's fire shall burn with it. Then, and the priest should put on his fitted tunic, and he should put his linen pants. What should he do? That needs to be cleaned once the offering is burnt. So he should shovel out the ashes that remain from the burnt offering, which the fire consumed all the altar. The summer eitzel hamizbeach, and should put them next to the altar on the east ramp. So first he should clean up the altar and put all these ashes on the east ramp, next to on the east ramp. Then it says, he should take off these garments, and should put on other garments, and he should take out the ashes to a clean place outside of the camp. In other words, the Torah says these two things. There is one set of garments that the Kohen is wearing when he cleans the altar. He should take off these garments and put on other appropriate garments. For what? To take out the ashes outside, to discard them. Interesting. There's one set of garments that you use for when you're on cleaning the altar. And then there is another set of garments that you put on when you take those ashes out. The Torah is telling us that cleaning the mizbeach, even taking out the ashes, in maybe in a more vulgar term, take out the garbage. Says the Torah, even when you do such a menial job of taking out the ashes, to discard them, albeit in a clean place. But that's basically what we're doing. Wear proper garments, which is a reflection and message on how we behave when we do a mitzvah. Any mitzvah. It makes no difference if it's a mitzvah that we do inside the holiest of places, in the Beis Hamikdash, or when you go outside of the Beis Hamikdash. It's a mitzvah, it's a godly commandment. Put on your fine garments. So as not, and to tell us, not to make a difference between when we perform let's call it a pleasant mitzvah, or when we perform a mitzvah which can seem to be more trivial, less important. They're all important, and put on the proper garments. Do it with the proper intention. Machshava divrei ma'aseh, speech, thought, an action are the garments of the soul. Put in all your garments when you do the mitzvah. And this reminds me, when I was a student in 770, Bach in Yeshiva in 770, there was a short little Haitian fellow. He was a janitor. He would always go dressed, white shirt, black jacket, and a black hat, like all the other Bachim. And he said, I am not just cleaning any place. I am cleaning the holy sanctuary. And when I take out the garbage, it is garbage coming from a holy sanctuary. I should be dressed properly. And indeed, he was always wearing his white shirt, his black suit, and the black hat, representing, understanding. We do a mitzvah, it's a holy activity, we got to do it properly. And let's hope we'll already see those priests, those Kohanim in the Beis HaMikdash, dressed in their finest.